What's up, y'all? It's B-rollBenji back with y'all with another video. Today we're gonna talk about why hip-hop sucks right now. And honestly, I had an idea where basically I was gonna listen to the top albums of this year and try to figure out based off that, like if I'm just old or I'm out the loop, if hip-hop is really just that bad right now. And I listened to those 5 albums. Well, I'm not gonna lie, I listened to 4 other 5 albums because I couldn't get through that J. Cole shit. But I came to the conclusion that none of that shit mattered. I believe it's going on right now. It's a shift from where hip-hop was in a place where most of the music and like the anthems and big songs and rap was dominating pop culture, to where it don't seem like that's the case anymore. But hip-hop is still popular. But that's what I want to talk about here today, because I think it's more popular on the character aspect. A lot of times right now, people aren't living off of their music. They're living off of the character. An example of that would be someone like Cardi B or Lil Uzi Vert, where they don't drop music often, and the music that they do drop, it doesn't stick or resonate as far as them having a global chart-topping hit like they used to have in the beginnings of their careers and things like that. But they still highly regarded in the rap world or hip-hop space. And then that dawns the question, is the music actually good? Is the music that's dropping right now objectively good enough to keep hip-hop going or keep it popular? I'm gonna say from the major artists. So if we're talking about the Kendricks, the Drakes, the Futures, even if you want to throw something like Travis Scott, I would say the music quality hasn't dipped that much based off me listening to a lot of these newer albums. Where I feel like it's lacking, honestly, is with the up and coming artists. See, I think it's going to be a good thing that hip hop isn't as popular as it once was, and I'm gonna tell you why. See, this all started with me seeing the freshman cover this year, and this is legitimately what made me feel like maybe I'm just old and out the loop, because let me preface this by saying, the most of the music I listen to is underground music. It's not like mainstream artists. Majority of the people I listen to, they don't make the billboards and stuff like that. So I was shocked to see that when this freshman cover came out, I didn't know who the fuck 85% of these people were. And growing up, the XXL was kind of this is a bubbling artist. He's not quite mainstream, but he's almost there. These are going to be the new up and coming people. And this is the first time I could ever say in history of me even paying attention to it, I could say I don't know a majority of the artists on the cover, which I think is a major problem, because the upcoming artist plays a huge role in hip-hop. If you don't believe it, just look at somebody like Drake, who's been able to sustain his career over attaching himself to upcoming artists, whether it's Migos, Fetty Wap, Lil Durk, anybody. So, they kind of keep the new wave and innovate the sound and keep it going forward. So when you see the cover and most of the artists up there are unrecognizable to the average person, it just feels a little bit unnatural. That's not me saying every artist on the cover is trash or like they're all gonna be bad or not gonna turn out to be anything. Honestly, if y'all want, leave in the comments if you want me to react to some of their projects or react to some of their music. I could do that, or the freestyles. But I think it's good that hip-hop is dying down in popularity, because ever since hip-hop became more popular, it's like we've been seeing more and more carbon copies of people who are actively dropping music. For example, Trippie Redd with Lil Uzi, or Future and Designer, or A Boogie and Lil TJ. And it just makes the music feel less genuine and more formulaic, in the sense that everybody could just be like, oh, well, this person is doing that and it's working, so I could basically do this exactly the same and no one say anything, and it'll continue to work for me, which leads to repetitiveness, and you seeing people saying, oh, this sounds the same. Why is everybody rapping like this? Why does everybody rap about the same things? It's to the point that in rap we haven't had a huge hit since They Not Like Us, and people will argue, oh, of course that song is going to overshadow all the other songs because It was controversial. It was a diss song. It was for Drake, and he's one of the biggest artists. Think about this. In 2015, Drake dropped Back to Back. Wasn't stopping everything in time, and everything completely stopped, halted, just because he dropped that. At that time, you still had My Way, you had March Madness, you had Antidote by Travis Scott, you had a bunch of other songs, All Right by Kendrick Lamar. You had a bunch of other songs that were doing great as far as amongst mainstream popularity. Right now, that was the only songs, and maybe you could talk about Spin That by Young Miami, because I've been hearing that song everywhere, if I'm being honest. But next to that has been essentially the biggest song. That brings me to my next point. No matter what you do in life, everybody plays a role. Whether you like Kendrick or Drake, or you like Future or J. Cole or anything, everybody plays a role. Like these people like Drake and Future, they're more so like the hit makers, and I feel like that's what's missing from the up and coming talent. From even just look at the freshman cover, if you go and listen to a lot of these people's music, how many of these people's music can you hear being played on the radio, or you could see them having hit singles? Someone like Skrilla, who was even had a big moment that popularized with the 6-7 thing. That song didn't even do, like, it was popular, but it wasn't like a massive worldwide hit that almost everybody knows. People know the phrase more than the song nowadays. And I think that's what's missing, because when you look at the past couple eras of artists that come out, the only person that's a consistent hit maker or consistently putting music that people are gravitating to as far as like on a level of mainstream status, is someone like, I hate to say it, but someone like Sexy Red. And you know we in a sad state of hip-hop when Sexy Red is the only person dropping consistent hits. That's crazy. That's insane. Lastly, I'm going to speak on the podcast and the different music media platforms. So essentially, I'm going to use this example. When you got the NBA, then you got First Take. They're essentially talking about the players. They talk about outside of drama that deals with the players as well, but a lot of the talk remains to be about like things that happen on the court that's actually happening in the game. So you could talk, and maybe some people who didn't catch the game can recap on it. And what I've been noticing ever since a big shift in rap is a lot of these platforms are not pushing for in-game talk no more as far as music, meaning they're not asking questions about the music anymore. You go to watch a rapper interview nowadays, it's more so about their drama, their life story, or some type of controversy that another artist is going through. At this point, it's to the point where you go and watch an interview with a rapper, and they're asking this rapper about podcast questions, current event topics and questions, just so they can get a clip from it and can get a take from it, kind of redirecting the conversation away from music, which will, if you're watching these type of interviews to get any insight about the artist or not, you're not going to care about the music walking away. You're going to be more so drawn to their personality. And this is where I was talking about earlier. Essentially, this is part of selling the personality. We're in the streaming era where rappers are streamers and the podcasters are acting rappers questions that aren't about rap for real. They're just about rap drama, but they're not asking real questions about music. And this is where I feel like why hip-hop doesn't hold what it used to as far as on the music. Music has almost became afterthought. Most of the time people just do music while they're doing something else. Like they'll be playing the game, they'll put music on in the background. They'll go to the gym, they'll put music on the background. They'll be doing something else, driving the car, talking to friends, music in the background. It became a background activity because the interest in it, as far as even from an interview journalist standpoint, it's not in the product, it's in what's surrounding the product, which is drama. And that's what I think, man. That's my take on why music sucks right now. And do I really think music sucks right now? It's kind of hard to say. It's a yes and no. I think right now is a time where everything is on demand, whether you like music, video games, or TV, where it's like, yes, is there a lot of bad product out there that's pushed and publicized to the people? Yes. But if you like something, there's a niche for whatever you like. We're also in a day and age where if you like Christian rap, you can go find some Christian rap. If you like someone rapping about a specific subject, you probably could go find them rapping about that specific subject. It's not going to be dead in your face, but you can go find them. And yeah, that's basically the video. Y'all tell me why y'all think rap suck right now, or do you even think rap suck right now? And do you think that the less popular rap gets, people will get back to genuinely expressing themselves through art and not just copy and pasting sounds from other artists with no substance behind it? And it's not even all about the substance, but you know, that's always something good. But y'all keep on rocking. It's B-rollBenji, another one, and we out.